The truth is, everyone is not a believer, and there are some of us who love God that do not need your approval. I say that because the Bible has been used to condemn gay and transgender people. But just because you read the Bible doesn't mean you are receiving a spiritual interpretation. This page covers a lot of topics, but today this is spiritual thinking. I'm coming from 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verses 6, 10, and 13 through 14. Verse 6. Yet when I am among mature believers, I do speak with words of wisdom, but not the kind of wisdom that belongs to this world or to the rulers of this world who are soon forgotten. We're no longer on the natural. We're not insisting on natural laws. We're not insisting on Moses' laws. Verse 10, but it was to us that God revealed these things by his Spirit. For his Spirit searches out everything and shows us God's deep secrets. The introduction said, God is a spirit, and they who worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Moving forward, verse 13. When we tell you these things, we do not use words that come from human wisdom. Instead, we speak words given to us by the Spirit, using the Spirit's words to explain spiritual truths. But people who aren't spiritual can't receive these truths from God's Spirit. It all sounds foolish to them, and they can't understand it, for only those who are spiritual can understand what the Spirit means. In other words, I can't go to God as being a gay person and trying to hide that I'm gay or that I'm trans. No. David said, when I refused to confess my sins, your hand was heavy on me every day. Oh, it's just a mess. But when I confessed who I am, that's when all my sins have been forgiven. And that's when all my joy was returned to me. You can't hide who you are. So when people are trying to explain spiritual truth with natural thinking, another verse is 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 21. Since God in his wisdom saw to it that the world would never know him through human wisdom, he has used our foolish preaching to save those who believe. In closing, Jesus told Nicodemus that you must be born again in order to see the kingdom of heaven. So as believers, we must exercise ourselves, therefore, unto righteousness.